There's goals we set up each week, whether it's, the yards per attempt, passing, whether it's stopping the run. So, we got to continue to focus on what we can do to get better and hit those areas. I always say this: practice execution becomes game reality. I think Bill Belichick said that, and we stress that each and every day. If we're not making the passes on third down on a Wednesday practice, what makes you think that's going to happen on Saturday? So our kids have to take that jump, that big leap, and keep improving in those areas. They can go back and watch film and know that we left a lot of points out there, that, we got to finish drives. We got to continue to stop the explosive plays on defense. They didn't have many, but when they did, it hurt us. So there's a lot of improvement we can make. I think this team will continually get better week by week, but we got to make a huge jump this week.
Hey, well, that's what I was going to ask you. Dayton won last week, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed pretty balanced, ran the ball effectively. Do you need to take a big step in order to win against the team? Is this a step up this week taking on Dayton, and do you need to take a big step to be successful?
Well, we play in the toughest FCS conference in the country. I think our schedule every year is one of the tops in FCS. So for us, it's that preparation. We only get 11 guaranteed games a year, and with that, you can't take those for granted. So game one is in the books. Now we got to focus just on game two. It's a focus on us. Where do we need to get better at? Do we need to prepare and for a very good Dayton team who's, their coach has been there 46 years as a player, an assistant coach, as a head coach, won his 100th game against Robert Morris. So our kids know we're going to face a team that knows how to win, loves football, fundamentally sound, and they play with great passion. So we got to make sure we take care of the things we can control. And if we do that, then we're making strides where we need to be. So when we begin Missouri Valley Football Conference play, we're ready to go.
So Dayton pretty similar to YSU team-wise. It seems like their stats in the first game are pretty close to you guys.
Yeah, I mean they have 9 returning starters back on offense. They put a new quarterback in. Quarterback. If it's not there, he has the ability to break the pocket. So we got to limit those type of plays where he creates an explosive, with his feet. And, the one thing I like, those kids fought. I mean, they were on the road at Robert Morris, and they were down, and they came back. At one point, I think it was 14-6 or 14-7, and they came back, got the lead, and continued to the end of the game. We're able to hold off a Robert Morris there late in the fourth quarter.
One of the things we were talking about before you got here was the success Dayton has had against this program. It's rare for non-conference opponents to have that much historical success. Is that a teaching point for you guys? You bring that up with the guys at all? Like, hey, they've gotten the better of us for the all-time series.
You got to recall those for me. I think the last time we played them was 2013.
Right,
So, history is something that you got to go back. History, I wasn't part of the 2018 versus Butler, but I do remember, Butler coming in here and getting in the home opener and winning, out of the Pioneer League. I remember a Drake team going into Iowa State years ago and giving them everything that they could do. And I don't know, I forget if that game went into overtime. So, you study history but it's about what are your kids thinking? Are they thinking about getting better this week? And that's all we preach. Win today. I'll worry about Saturday when we get to Saturday, but did we win today, Tuesday? We got to come out tomorrow and have another great practice on a Wednesday. And if we can focus on what we can control in blocking and tackling and our alignments and our communication and taking care of the football, that's all you can ask. And then you play the game on Saturday and you don't look at the scoreboard. And if you do the things right on Saturday, when you walk off the field, you're going to be successful. And those are the things that we've emphasized probably going back to that last game against Southern Illinois. Don't look at the scoreboard. If we do the things we need to take care of, when you walk off the field, you're going to feel pretty good about yourself.
Last thing, that's just from last week. You wanted to establish a passing game. You wanted to see improvement from the defense from what you had seen last season. after you looked at the game film? Do you feel like you guys took those positive steps?
Yeah, we did, and again, we left a lot out there. We missed some throws that we've seen us hit in summer camp, and we got to go back, figure out why we weren't hitting those in the game. Again, we have that goal of 8.5, and we took that, and what we did was study all the playoff teams from it last year. We studied our whole league and what was their yards per attempt in the passing game. And anyone that made the playoffs, they were all in the 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9. And we said that's what we need to get to. It's a goal that we can measure each and every week. It's a goal we can measure against the top teams in our conference, the top teams in FCS football. And right now we fell short of that goal at 5.6 this past week. So, when we sit in front of the team and we get ready for a Tuesday's practice, is that an emphasis? Yeah, just like all of our goals are each and every week. But that was the one goal we didn't make for this past week. We hit all of the goals we set up, whether it was rushing yards, whether it was scoring 30 points or more. We took care of the football. We got 3 takeaways. So, again, those are things we go out each and every day try to improve upon, and we get to go out on Saturday and see if we improve this week.